You know, it's kind of weird. You could do everything right when you're playing, and then variance just kicks in. It's really just part of the process, you know what I mean? And we got a good one to go over here today, guys. Also, want to say if you're not in our community right now, I don't know why you're not in it, okay? So that's going to be in the pinned comment. A lot of good stuff in there. You can talk with me, other high level members. Also, you tap the like on this, and let's get right into it. And I really did mix things up in this one. You know, I say this quite a bit, but the way look at this. Oh, that was brutal right here. Do you guys see? Oh my player three, that was brutal. Anyways, the way I approach playing is I just try to exploit the my opponents trying to use GTO or other strategies. You know what I'm saying? And it is kind of like next level. You know, it's always good to know all the different strategies, etc. But at the end of the day, say this all the time, we're playing against other people, and really it comes down to two things: outplaying your opponents and making good decisions. Right? That's it. That's all this comes down to. And if you could do those two things, continuously, each time that you're doing your thing, then it's gonna get it'll get better for you. Okay. But we do have just some. We have one situation that you guys are gonna need to stick around for. But other than that, yeah, I mean, just some good stuff here for sure. I'm going to keep this one kind of short today, between 15 and 20 minutes as well. Also, if you have any questions, comments, things like that, feel free to message me and I'll get back to you. But let's do this. All right, so 4-8 suited in the big here. I decided to raise this. This is obviously coming from the button raise. Could be doing this with a wide range of hands. I got a little I just basically continued here. Not exactly the flop we wanted to see, but it wasn't terrible either. Turn card, would we have got there? No, we wouldn't have, so it didn't really matter. But, it worked out. Next year I went to 3-4. And, yeah, I was kind of like being hyper aggressive a little bit here to start things off. And, it is what it is, right? Like I said, I mix things up. I try to stay unpredictable. And, I'm just trying to outplay the opponents at the table when I'm playing. That's what it is. All right, 3-4 suited. I did, call here. Player 5 is going to kick it up to the 65 piece. Put us in a little bit of a tricky spot. Do we want to continue? Do we not want to continue? I actually let this one go. Maybe if it was a 4-5 suited, I would have played it, but the 3-4 was kind of like, you know what? I'll let you have this one. So let it go. Stayed out of trouble right there. And yeah. Now, whenever I'm making a play on somebody as well, there is a thought process that goes into it. Clearly, I'm not just winging it. I've been playing for so many years, like 2 decades. So, yeah, it's been a while. It's almost like a lot of the things, and really just how I approach this, it's automatic at this point. If I feel like somebody's weak, I'm definitely going to pounce on them. And if I feel they're maybe like strong and trying to slow play it, then, obviously I'm going to take the foot off the gas a little bit. But, anyways, we'd had two pair right here. Let's see if we would have hit the boat on the river, maybe. No, we would have missed it, but we'd had the flush there. Wasn't going to play that king 7 suited offsuit anyways. All right, king 10 in the big here. Very playable. All right, up against player 1. What's it going to be? All right, he folded it, and we move on. So not a whole lot happening just yet, but it's going to get good. So you guys definitely want to sit back, drink a coffee, some Gatorade, whatever, you're doing. Maybe you're eating a burrito from Chipotle right now. All right, we would have had an up and down straight draw here. 7 in the deuce. Would we have got there on the turn, though? Another hand I was never going to play. No, we wouldn't have, so... All right, so this was kind of a pivotal, I can't even say that word, you know what I'm saying. But I made a play here that technically might not have worked out, but I kind of just went with it. We are going to have an 8-7 suited, and 8-7 suited. Now, we are pretty deep in this, clearly. I'm just going to kick it up to the 1250 piece. Pretty standard play, and I think player 1 is going to be the one to raise us. Might have been player 6, let me see. Getting raised here is fine too. It is what it is. I'll take it. Yeah, we get raised here. It could be with a wide range of hands. Could also be suited connectors. Somebody might raise us with like a 10-9 suited. We've got mid pocket pairs. tens, jacks, queens, etc. And then you've got your ace king, suited ace queen, suited combos, all in the range of possibilities. Player one I did notice was playing kind of tight to start things off here. So when he made this play, I'm probably leaning more towards, ace kings and mid pocket pair type of hands. But I'm going to call here anyways because we could still outplay him on the flop. Plus, we're suited. I like calling here. So that's what we're going to do. Didn't take me too long to make this call, and the flop is going to be not terrible, but not exactly what I was looking for either. Definitely, was hoping for some hearts or maybe some like straight draw type of situations, but we just have a pair of eights here. He could have a king, and it's going to just basically be a toss-up at this point if he does. I give it like a 50-50. So when I made this play, it was risky, and but it's the way I did it. It's the way I approached it. Let's see what his sizing was here on the continuation. I think it was pretty big. Let me see. Now, if he had pocket kings, I wouldn't expect him to go too big here. It's possible. He could have pocket kings. He doesn't have to. He could have, jacks, queens, tens. He could still be repping all those ace kings. We're not really blocking anything. But he went for a decent sizing here, 55. So when he threw out the 55 piece, I think that we could take him off kings. I think he's probably going to go smaller to try to keep us in the hand. The sizing was kind of telling me that it's possible he's got like ace king or something like that. It's also possible he doesn't. He could have, an overpair, kind of the ones we've already gone over, tens, jacks, queens. So when I made this play, you could see there's a flush draw out there. This was definitely not a standard play, but this is the one I went with. Just trying to get him off this. I don't want him to make the call. Okay, I don't. But if he would have made the call, check out what this turn card would have been. Like, whoa, what's going on here? Check it out. Pretty interesting turn, right? So would have put two flush draws out there, but we had trip eights. Okay, so anyways, kind of a nice one, but the play, not a standard play. Definitely something, that I did. Kind of just went for it. But we still got a good one coming up here, and it's going to be worth the wait. So hope you're waiting with me, and check out that pin comment, man. Get in that community. All right, 310 suited, folded it, and look at that, man. 310 on the flop. What's going on? What is going on here? Like, I don't even know what's going on, but it's kind of funny too. 310 suited. I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of playable, but I didn't play it. But it is playable. It's not the worst hand to get involved with. I've done, done some things. Okay. But when you see the 3 hit on the turn like that, it is a little bit heartbreaking. But we were really never getting involved here. I would expect this to go kind of check. I mean, what could anybody have here? There's a flush draw out there. I guess maybe like a pair of tens will continue here. I don't know what player three's got. We had one of the tens though, and we had the 3. The flush got there, so you got some weird straights. Those 4 6s and I don't know, maybe some ace 4s trying to float this. I guess that's possible. Player 6. Let's see if he slows down here, which I would think he would do. You would think he would. But will he? Will he slow down? And all I could think about is, man, I wish I would have been in this one, He's really taking his time with it, too. And, yeah, I think he's going to end up just checking it. Usually when you take this much time to make... No, he didn't. Oh, man. Oh. How I just wish I would have been in that one, y'all. But it is what it is. All right, so this should be the moment we've been kind of working up to with queens. And like I said, you could do everything right sometimes, and it's just like variance will kick you in the butt. And we are going to have just, a situation here where that's kind of how it's going to go. All right, so player 1, I think maybe he's going to raise this. Obviously, we should be re-raising here with queens. Slowed this one down, though. All right, so he's going to kick it up to 35. Now, we still have, 3 players after us, after player 6 opened here. which kind of puts us in a weird spot. I just opted to call here because it's still got to come back around to player six. I don't know what he opened with, but I just made the call here. All right, I think it's fine. And the flop was a good one. So a part of me is kind of thinking like maybe I'd, you know, if I could go back in time here, maybe I should have kicked it up a little bit, but I didn't. Um, Not a whole lot to worry about here either. I don't think player one's re-raising with like a jack 10 suited. I don't really see that from early position. So, he could have a lot of ace kings, maybe some mid pocket pairs like tens and jacks, which wouldn't be dead yet. Um, can't really see a whole lot else. But this was just one of those like, whoa, spots. I don't know how else to word it. I just have to wait and see here. Player one, though, kind of taking his time. We have a couple of options here. Do we want to slow play? Do we want to try building it now? He went for a 43 piece sizing, which I think is, you know, um, even if he missed this, I would have expected him to continue here for the most part. Um, but I got to figure out what I want to do here. If I raise, let's say he's got pocket jacks or pocket tens, he's probably going to stick with it. But I just made the call here, so I'm slow playing this. Turn card was a five, which was, you know, a really good card. It's not going to change a whole lot. Um, but I didn't expect what was about to happen next. I really didn't. It was just kind of like, okay, I guess this is happening. Um, I thought he would slow down here, but he didn't. Not worried about Jack 10. So what could he have? If he's going to continue into us, then I guess it's possible he's got pocket kings. We've got pocket aces, I guess is still possible too. I think those are all the hands that would continue here. But like I said, not worried about Jack 10. So this is basically where we're going to make our move. And not much else to do here. I don't know if slow playing this or continuing to slow play it would have been the right play, but maybe I think the result was always gonna be in the same here. So we're gonna get it all in here. He is gonna make the call, and this is what variance is. It could have happened to either one of us, but he is gonna make the call, and he's gonna turn over set. Brutal. Um, I think the hand was always gonna play out that way, regardless. So. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed another one. Thought we went over some good stuff. If you're not in the community, like I said, I don't know why you're not in it. You can talk with me, other high level members, pin comment. Thanks for watching this, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.